West Virginia brings back Rich Rodriguez from Jacksonville State. He was very successful there, and they're going to hope he can bring that success back to this program and see the success that he had last time he was at West Virginia as well. He almost had them in the national title game. In fact, they ended up losing 13-9 to Pitt, and that kept them out. A not very good Pitt team either. It was kind of an inexcusable loss. But that being said, he's inheriting not the best situation. They have the 14th best odds to win the Big 12. They have a bit of a quarterback battle going on right now between Nico Marchiol and Jalen Henderson. I think Marchiol may start because he's been in-house for a couple years. He played a bit last year at 434 passing yards and 5 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. My hot take is I would play Jalen Henderson, someone that's been in the A&M program for the past couple years. I think he's got the goods. He can run the ball very effectively. He can hit some big throws. Like I said, I don't expect them to start them, but that's kind of, I guess, my hot take is I would start Jalen Henderson. I love the guy. Another key player, the return Jaheim White, their running back from last year, who had 844 yards and 7 touchdowns. And then a transfer they're bringing in, Jamori Robinson is a defensive end from UTSA who had 10.5 sacks there last year. Once again, talking about you're going to bring in people from kind of lower down schools. You want them to really impress there, and he really impressed there.
Absolutely.
So I have a couple questions for y'all. Is there any world where this rebuild gets a jump start in year one? I've talked about the roster's not the best. Rich Rod's coming back to fix it. He's known for high-profile offenses and explosive offenses. So is there any world where this gets off the ground running in year one, or is it going to take more time than that?
I think it's definitely possible. I'd be surprised if it did happen, but I expect West Virginia to be back among the best in the Big 12 soon. And that is in large part because that is the way the scene is right now with NIL, and having one of the biggest faces in all of sports, Pat McAfee, as your alumni, is going to help build that program. It's going to put donorship into that program. Think back on last year, pre-Rich Rod, that game where they were hosting Penn State, a lot of people thought that, hey, that's a West Virginia upset right there. They should win that game. I didn't think that. I was really high on Penn State even going into the year. Sure. And they kind of got shafted too. There was a thunderstorm that rolled through midway through like the second quarter, and there was a 3-hour delay before they started play again, and the Penn State just kicked their butt post-delay. But because, the stadium was basically empty after that. Everyone had cleared out. But I don't know if they're going to get it done in year one.
That's fair.
I hope they do. West Virginia is a program I really like.
Agreed.
And Rich Rod, of course, had historic years with West Virginia. They are among the elite in college football for a time there with Pat White. But I wouldn't bet on it this year.
Fair. To answer my own question, I also wouldn't bet on it. But out of the bottom teams in the Big 12, if I had to pick a team that I think could surprise people, it would be West Virginia. Like if you're like out of the bottom 5 teams, which one would you choose?
UCF,
Houston,
Oklahoma State, Houston.
Yeah, like a Cincinnati. This is the one I would choose to really surprise people. But it's still not that likely.
Over-under is 5.5. I'm going to look at the schedule real quick and pull that up.
Sure.
They
go to Ohio, which is very interesting. I noticed that earlier.
Yeah, maybe it's a home-and-home situation.
Yeah, it's just, does Parker Navarro... you got to go play in Parker Navarro's house, man. That's scary. Yeah. I'm going to take the under.
It's no cakewalk.
Yep, they've got other non-conference games in Robert Morris and Pittsburgh. Conference games, they've got Houston. So they kind of have the flip of... Who was it that had all of their hard games on the road and easy games at home?
Texas Tech.
Yeah, so West Virginia's got, Arizona State's on the road. It's pretty even. It's distributed because they've got Texas Tech at home, Arizona State on the road.
Yeah.
And they have to play 6 road games.
I'm going to go.
That's why I'm going to lean under.
I'm going to also take the under.
6 road games is brutal.
I do have high hopes for their future, though, under Rich Rod again. But, yeah. Just year one, it's going to take some time, so under.